Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on Wave Listens Live. I'm your host, Brian Shlonsky. As always, we got a great show for you this afternoon. Let's take you to the rundown. We will be joined by the Family and Children's Place, along with Lifespan Resources and Dr. Ryan Wermeling, which is where we're going to start today. Doctor, it's good to see you again. I know it's been a couple weeks since you've been here on the show, so what's new in your world?
Yeah, well, thanks, Brian. It's always glad to be back. Well, you know, summer is rapidly approaching.
Yes, it's hot today.
Right. And Brian Good already told us about the weather upcoming, so those shorts are going to be out. And so, you know, we'll talk about some things, some treatments and things that are safe for the sun, so you can really maximize, you know, your outdoor time and not have to worry about recovery or anything for things coming up this summer if you want to tweak some things before things get real hot.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the theme. We've been talking about that for several segments, different folks coming on. Hey, we are ready for summer. The kids are out of school. Maybe the vacations are planned. So when you talk about safe treatments and I'm looking to get something done, what are those? What's perfect for this time of year?
Well, the easiest thing, and this is something that is a treatment that everybody should be doing at home all the time, especially in the summer, is just sunscreen. And there's not really any magic to wearing sunscreen. You know, I'm not going to come up here and try to sell you some $40 bottle of sunscreen. You know, the best things are just the things you have in your cabinet at home already, probably. Just make sure that you've got a good broad spectrum sunscreen that covers all of the UV rays that are out there that'll protect you, so that I'm not having to take skin cancers off you in 20 years. But the things to do to maximize, you know, treatments in the summer are the non-surgical interventions. So Botox and filler don't do anything to the surface of the skin, so you're safe to go out in the sun right after those treatments as soon as you're ready to.
What are some of the treatments that you get a lot of calls about during this time of year? What are people looking to do specifically when we head into the summer months?
So people pull those shorts out of that bottom drawer that they've been in.
Yeah, mine are buried still. I gotta get them out.
And so not only are they just working on your tan on your legs, but you start to notice those little veins that have cropped up over the winter that you sort of forgot about. And so short season is a good time to think about some laser treatments for those little tiny vessels that you see in your legs. And so that is really safe to do before the summer. The recovery is really quick for that. And we do it in the office just with a little bit of numbing cream on the skin. And it feels like a little rubber band snapping on your skin, and that's all there is to it. And you see immediate results with that.
Which has got to be mentally, when you go to get a treatment done, to have the results that fast and know that it's a relatively painless process, that has to feel good along with looking good as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It gives you that confidence to get out there for that beach vacation. You definitely want to give it a little bit of time, because, you know, the veins go away right away, but the recovery, you've got a little bit of bruising that happens right afterwards, because that vein, you know, that energy, you know, vaporizes that vein, and so you just have a little bit of bruising around that, but that, you know, goes away in a week or so, and then you're ready to get out there.
Ready to roll. We've got some before and after photos today of some different procedures that people can have during the summer. So I want to take a look at like some of these so people can see the results and exactly what they can expect if they're coming to your office. Which what are we looking at here for the first one?
So this patient, you know, this is before she's already got really good skin quality, but look at her cheeks. So there's just a little bit of volume loss over the years in the cheeks, and you can really see that sort of when she's looking down, you sort of lose that sort of frontal fullness there. And so all we did for this patient was just one syringe of filler on both sides, and you can see here in the after, not a dramatic difference at all. And this is what I really want from my patients, is for your friends to not really know that you've had something done, unless you, of course, you want them to. I'm happy to do that, but most people want their friends to ask, well, what's different?
Why do you look? Yeah. It's a low-key fix maybe to an issue.
Right.
What about as far as maybe some of the treatments, as we look at some more before and afters here? What are some of the things that maybe folks should wait on until it's not so hot outside?
Right. So sun exposure is an important thing, and I want people to really maximize their time in the summer, because you got a lot of free time. You guys want to spend time with your family. So the things that can be really helpful to do that may not be best for summer are the more powerful laser treatments. So there's a product called an erbium laser that we'll talk about in the fall once the weather gets better, but that really does resurfacing of the skin, and so it actually causes some injury on the surface of the skin, which needs time to heal to give you that good result. And so those are things that really limit the amount of sun exposure that you get. So if you're thinking about wanting a much more comprehensive or aggressive texturing change, enjoy your summer, wear your sunscreen, and call me in the fall when we can do that safely, and then you don't have to cover up when you want to be outside.
You know, Dr. Wermeling, you're a plastic surgery expert. If folks have been maybe thinking about some of these procedures, especially the ones we've talked about today, whether it's the spider veins or some Botox, some filler, and they've heard stories in the past or things that you've seen before and afters that don't look as smooth as the ones that we've shown, what do you like to say to those folks about maybe how procedures have changed over the years?
There has been a lot of advancement in the field of plastic surgery, and so being a board-certified plastic surgeon, we're all very knowledgeable of the most recent techniques, particularly with some of the non-surgical treatments. We offer some techniques that don't provide as much injury to the skin while still getting the results that we want. And so continuing to follow up with board-certified plastic surgeons is important, that will know the most cutting-edge techniques. And that, we talk a lot about the non-surgical stuff here, but all of the surgical techniques as well. So particularly with something that's the most common surgery in the country is a breast augmentation. And we'll show you this in coming sessions about how we put the breast implants in is extremely important, and there's some newer techniques that everyone should be doing, but everyone doesn't necessarily do, and I can show you that, how we put the implant in with a funnel so that it doesn't touch the skin.
A whole new system. Looking at some lip filler photos now, which seems to be kind of on trend with what people are asking for right now.
Right, and so fuller lips are what people want to look for, but again, I don't want your lips to walk into the room in front of you. So
this looks natural.
So this looks natural, and this is a patient of mine who has nice natural full lips beforehand, and so she didn't need a whole lot of extra volume, but a little bit of extra plump, just a little bit of extra pout without going overboard to really sort of maximize and balance out. She's got nice full cheeks, and so having nice full lips really helps balance that out without being overdone.
For a process like this, if this is exactly what I'm after, what does that look like when we're booking something with you?
So for all of our non-surgical treatments, there's not any sort of pre-consultation. You call and our receptionist will get you scheduled for that appointment for filler or Botox or the laser treatment without having to come in and talk about the plan necessarily ahead of time. We'll make sure that there's plenty of time at that appointment to go over exactly what you want, but you can have the treatment done the same day.
Got about 30 seconds left. Want to hit some of these before and afters we're seeing now with this. This is the shorts weather we've been discussing.
This is the shorts weather. So you can see these little fine lines here, and so you can see that that really dark one that's there. That in the after treatment it sort of goes away. And so because a lot of people have a lot of veins, each session we sort of take 30 minutes or 45 minutes and hit the ones that are the most bothersome, and then you'll see that it feels pretty tolerable, and everybody sort of wants to come back for another session to really maximize that treatment.
It's one of those things as we head into summer. Sometimes if you feel good, you look good, you feel good, it goes together, helps with your mental health and enjoying summer.
Right, absolutely.
Dr. Wermeling, thanks as always for being with us here today. And of course, if you need any of these treatments, maybe you've been thinking about it for a while, the number is right there on your screen, along with a website to call as well. Hope you'll stay with us here on Listens Live. We've got a lot more exciting stuff to bring you here. We've got Lifespan Resources. It's their 37th annual senior games after the break.